Beautiful people, what's happening? Welcome back. We are talking 10 hidden meta players. Criteria: players must be meta, top level output, not used enough, but they're still in rotations. I'm not giving you players you've never seen, maybe you just haven't incorporated. If I left off players, comment below. We can do a part 2. Inform Sorloth. We're talking Alexander the Great. Many of you may have seen videos that took off talking about him being the cheap Haaland. I'm not saying that's a no-go. In fact, for some, he might even be better than Haaland. There's no denying he's gifted and talented, and he cost you discard price points. If you haven't subscribed, we're bringing those dirty Mike vibes. Hit that button. Next up, Gakpo, SBC, easy to complete. I don't want to say unknown, but he definitely wasn't a big name coming into FIFA 23, and he's gaining traction. Affordable, attainable, and deadly. Not gonna go as far as saying limitless. Morientes. I've never been that fond of this individual in previous FIFA installments, and that's why I feel he deserves some mention, because when I go up against him, I'm struggling heavily. It's putting my center backs on the back burner. Man's lengthy. I don't love saying that out loud, but it will be a foreshadowing trend in this here video. The new acceleration system, I co-sign. It makes a lot of players more usable, more viable, more dynamic than ever before, but whoever did the rebranding and the naming in the EA office, you could have done better. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that meeting, that upvote where they said lengthy was the move. King Kai Havertz. I always talk about this man being a tweener, which means that he's an in-betweener. Typically in a negative manner. I don't know where to play him, and I never maximize his potential. But this version, I'm done making excuses. It's shifted. I might still struggle with positioning, but that's because of his versatility and a positive selection. Big body, long steps, long strides. Watch this guy gallop, and gives you some of that creativity to go with head down, bounce back movements, overpowered nature. We're going on a Jungle Book journey together. The wordplay's getting out of hand, but I co-sign King Kai. Fofana. You might not have seen this coming. I don't know if everyone else is as hype on him as I am. Left back, holding midfielder, center back, brick house style pizza, but he's the bodyguard. Takes up space actively, wins all 50-50s. You ain't gonna go shoulder to shoulder with Fofana unless you're okay with a dislocation. Confrontational, and a lot of stats in the correct placements. I'm not sure if just defenders in general aren't getting as much attention, at least if you're a central defender or maybe a holding mid, and that could be due to depth or interchangeability, but I rate Fofana heavy. Don't make this man stand on the scale. Higgy, we're talking Higuain, end of an era. Congratulations on a prolific career. And another item that I don't really see in rotations, but when I've gone up against him, when I've used them, there's been a lot of chemistry. Goal scoring threat, inevitably. Can't doubt it. Can't take it off the picture or the page. It was written in the narrative. And again, body type. I like what I'm getting. The shielding, the shimmy, the shake. I'm even climbing ladders, scoring headers, back post this, back post that. Volleys, Travellas, it's all in the arsenal. He's not lacking. Lamar, somehow he's going under the radar with the FIFA microscope or the ecosystem. I can use a lot of words that I learned throughout biology. French, La Liga, and boy is this man responsive. Got those clean, crispy movements. And as someone who's all about the details and the particulars, I enjoy it. If you want a comparable player, I do feel that the upgraded Fred, Premier League, they definitely share some similarities with how they attack, how they defend, the chase back, a certain flow or essence, if you will. Happy days, we're talking Dzeko. And I've been a fan in real life, but this is not your mama's Dzeko. He's been upgraded. I don't technically know what that means, but there's no denying he is a FIFA demon. Showing up every weekend, division rivals, bursting, flourishing, feeding the fam. And if you've used him, I guarantee that you are on board with the stamp of approval. Zaha! And you might know about this player, you probably should, but he's still under 200K, and this is the list that he deserves to be on. Explosive, understatement. He's got the gas with the full tank and the upgraded engine. Long, jong, skid, virtual pitch, and he gives you those skills to pay the bills. Icy. And again, I can't talk about it enough, but the way that he can scoot and boot and just attack space, pretty remarkable. Especially in this year's version where you don't always get that level of separation. And last but not least, we have Perisic. I'm not saying I did this in an order. They are numbered. This is a top 10. You might know that Perisic has an output, gets busy, is an all-inclusive. Head on over to the Perisic Resort. If you want to cover the midfield, this is all of the basis. One guy. Think under 100K at the moment as well. Everyone on this list, for the most part, is generally attainable. I don't want to say affordable because some of you guys are working with some super low budgets, but they're not expensive. That we can agree on. Do you put Perisic in the meta, the overpowered, the best available, hidden gem, secret, legendary status? I don't know, but this is where I'm putting them in terms of making a list. The point I'm making, for 100K, you got something special in the middies. Let me know your thoughts. We have more videos on screen. I've been putting together a lot of short form content. If you want to link up with me on any of the other social platforms, and I have a lot more coming out ASAP.